Hey VC, this is Chris. I'm here to do another recent music update. This is sort of odds and ends left over from the previous videos, which were, sort of keyboard or jazz oriented. So this is everything else. So start off with, I got this 7-inch EP. This is Roy Loney and the Phantom Movers. Formerly he was with the Flamin' Groovies. So this is a 1990 live recording from Norton. In his early rock, rockabilly, garage rock style. Another one I got next, several are going to be vocal oriented. So this was a CD that I just got, Petra Hayden. I've been listening to this for a while digitally, but I finally at least got the CD. She's Charlie Hayden's daughter, the bassist, and so she does the Who Sell Out album, and she recreates it with just her voice. She does all the parts and things, and this is really good, especially a couple of the tracks. Our Love Was, I think, is one of my two favorite, and I Can't Reach You. I think I Can't Reach You is my favorite track on the album. Again, this is just a vocal only, an a cappella recreation of the album. So, Petra Hayden. And then staying with the vocal focus, Persuasions, Coming At Ya. This is a 1979 release on Flying Fish. So this music update might also be sort of a Flying Fish update, because a lot of them seem like they're from that label. But so again, a lot of covers they do: Return to Sender, Crying in the Chapel, Persuasions. And then I ended up with another Persuasions, No Frills. This is on Rounder rather than Flying Fish, 1984. There's the Rounder label. Vocal music, no frills, meaning no instruments other than the vocal instrument. And then this one, the Flips. This is 1987. This is also on Flying Fish. This is one that I had a cassette of, and I finally upgraded it to a vinyl copy. So, two guys, two girls, all vocals. Then some folk music I picked up yesterday, I think, or was it the day before, but this week, Oscar Brand, Body Songs and Backroom Ballads. This is volume 1 on the Audio Fidelity label. This was originally issued in 1955. I think this is a 1958 reissue. The original one was on a 10-inch. And I think they may have added a couple of tracks when they went to the 12-inch format. And I'd recently, since I got that one, and I'd also picked up some other. It seemed like I'd been on a roll, so got volume 2, Body Songs, Oscar Brand. There's the Audio Fidelity label. Volume 4. Covers look remarkably similar. And then this one says Volume 5, but it's Body Sea Shanty, so I'm not sure if it's part of the same series. I think it is, just Volume 1 through at least 5 on Audio Fidelity. These are all, late 50s to 1960 approximately. And then we switch to, or we continue with more folk, but this is, English folk, Martin Carthy, or UK folk, Crown of Horn from 1976. And this one is Rounder Records. You see, he was the best male vocalist, best male singer, best guitarist, 1976 Melody Maker. Originally issued on Topic if you were in the UK. Rounder Records here in the States. And we switch over to Bluegrass, J.D. Crowe and the New South. My Home Ain't in the Hall of Fame. This is on Rounder Records also. $1979, and this lineup includes Keith Whitley on guitar. So J.D. Crowe. And then two that I just ended up, I had an early Robin Flowers that I showed in a video a while back. So I continued and picked up some more. So this one's Babies with Glasses, Robin Flower and the Bleachers, 1987 on Flying Fish. So more folk music, Robin Flowers, vocals and mandolin primarily. And then I got this other one. This one's still sealed, but has a promo stamp on Flying Fish from 1982. Robin Flower with Green Sneakers. Barbara Higbee playing fiddle. I've shown her in a previous, I think it was in Give Me 10 Olivia albums. Barbara Higbee. And then another, I picked up a Clive Gregson and Christine Colister. I had said before that they'd backed up Richard Thompson on a couple of albums, and I had several cassettes. So this one is titled Mischief, which I think this was an upgrade from a cassette that I had. This is on Rhino Records. 1988. Gregson and Collister. And I think I showed this just recently, another one that I just picked up. Home and Away on Flying Fish. (1986). So good folk rock type album. Here's one that I wasn't familiar with, but it looked interesting. Shinobu Sato, Red Dragonfly. He's a guitarist. Promo stamp, but this is a 1988 Flying Fish release. So he plays guitar, and he's got some mandolin and dulcimer accompaniment on some of the tracks. But it was interesting enough sounding that I would take a chance on that. And then the last, I think, of this batch of folk albums, Robin Williamson of Incredible String Band, Legacy of the Scottish Harpers Volume 2 on Flying Fish. This is 1986. So traditional pieces arranged by Robin Williamson in the spring of '86. So more traditional folk. And then you might consider this a folkish album, folk pop. Rick Nelson, album 7. So this is I forgot what year it was, but late 50s, early 60s. You know, an album I was missing out of the Rick Nelson collection that I have accidentally acquired. One of those unintended collections, as James Griffiths has mentioned. Has a cover of Summertime, which is always interesting, at the different versions of that. And I got this Dexy's Midnight Runners, Don't Stand Me Down, on Mercury, 1985. Yeah, 1985. Looks very white, but doesn't indicate that it's a promo. Just, I forget if this is their last album that they produced. And then the last two are, I had these on a 2 for CD, but I finally picked up the vinyl. So this was the first one, 66, I think. Del Shannon, This Is My Bag, on Liberty. So he does a lot of covers on here. He does them very, very well, or he just has good selection in covers. There's the Liberty label. Lightning Strikes, a Lou Christie song. The Cheater by Bob Cuban and the Inman, Kicks. Paul Revere and the Raiders. Everybody Loves a Clown, which is Gary Lewis. Oh Pretty Woman, a Roy Orbison song. So just strong covers. Good album. And then the follow-up to that, Del Shannon, Total Commitment. More covers. This is still on Liberty. Does Under My Thumb by the Stones, Summer in the City, Love and Spoonful, The Pied Piper, whoever that was had a hit with it. Sunny, Red Rubber Ball by The Circle, Time Won't Let Me, The Outsiders. So again, covering hits of the day. And again, does a good job on them. So that was my miscellaneous music update. Thanks everyone. It was a nice upper 60s weather day, so figured I could get outside and do this. So thanks everyone. See you later.